Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to head into game number 4. It is Liquid Zenio up against Aristeo from Empire. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. As we can see, it is the map Ohana. Bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg, Liquid Zenio. Top left-hand corner, we have Aristeo. And thank God I have you, CatZ. Because you are here to enlighten everybody. You are here to make everybody more learned. LOL.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, great great matchup. ZVZ is a fun matchup. Aristeo, player that from Brood War, has the same kind of background as myself, and he used to be a 2v2 player and really good one, alongside with his ally Qbert, and I think they still play 2v2 in StarCraft 2. They're like the Russian CatZ and Druid kind of. But
you know, when you said the same version of you from StarCraft Brood War, I drew a completely different conclusion from that.
No. I meant
I'm just messing with you.
Background.
I know. You're like 2v2. I was like, oh, I thought you meant he likes Zerglings.
And hatcheries and things. I used to do that in Brood War too, so.
I know, dude, because you 2-1'd me. You 2-1'd me in a nation war. Okay?
Yeah.
The first game, macro game, I destroy you. Second game, Zerglings. Third game, hatchery in my base on Python. Score, 2-1 CatZ. GG.
GG. So it seems like there was a phone call there, and they both go for hatch first. Zenio going for a faster gas than Aristeo. It doesn't mean much actually. It's strange how that works. It means that well, Aristeo could have sneaked in one more drone and gone to 17 before taking the gas, or even drop the pool a little bit later, and it really doesn't make much of a difference. A lot of people are under the assumption that getting the gas earlier is so much better, and it's like, okay, I'll drop my pool after you, but also my gas before you. And you know, it doesn't really actually matter that much for map control, because it's like the difference is just like so small that, you know, it's a completely different realm from both one going hatch first and the other one go 14-14. It's just seconds of difference, and sneaking in one extra drone I like better. Dimaga likes it better as well. I know that. I'm not sure. Don't know. Anyways, both getting their queens, all pretty standard. I mean.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the gas, because I think that's the main thing that we always concentrate when we're going into ZVZs. We do have a little bit of variance in these styles. Aristeo is keeping 2 on gas, whereas we can see Zenio is not. He has all of his drones on 2 minerals. That means he'll have a huge mineral dump, and Aristeo obviously will have the options, the range to go a lot of different things. What does this actually mean for the CVZ?
It means exactly that Zenio is trying to sneak in more drones and play a little bit more defensively perhaps, whereas Aristeo added his 3rd drone back to gas shortly after, so obviously he's gonna go for banelings. Now he has the potential to go defensive banelings, but he might go for a ling baneling attack. He's already starting to produce lings. He has to understand that if he makes lings while Zenio is making drones, he's not gonna get much of it. So obviously he has to go for a timing attack here, and he's gonna make a ton of links, I would assume. Morph some banelings outside of Zenio's base, assuming that Zenio isn't making that many links, and then reinforce with some more links and probably drone behind it. It's a pretty strong strategy. It forces your opponent to kind of but
nice.
His speed hasn't kicked in yet. And nice read by Zenio there.
Yeah, I love this by Zenio. It's actually punishing his opponent, trying to cause the banelings to start as far away as possible. Now a little counterattack is going to go on here. He's going to scout around with these Zerglings and see if he can actually pick off any of these drones. In the meantime, Zerglings and banelings looks like are going to prepare to actually attack this front. But Zenio is already starting up his 3rd spine crawler at this point. The Zerglings at the natural are going to go down, but no, Zenio, I think
4th as well. It's gonna be close. It's not gonna be easy for Zenio. He does have 3 queens though. That's actually huge because he can block his ramp. Beautiful positioning by those 2 queens, killing so many banelings before they can do anything. Nice hit on the drones. But didn't really pick any of them off. Maybe one.
Well, he did hit the larva as well. That's pretty good. If he has continuation, there might be a lot of damage to be done. Actually, Zenio is going 9 drones. Can he actually stop it? It looks like he will. Look at how many spine crawlers are actually up. 4 spine crawlers to Zenio, so that's going to stop any further attacks. But do note that that killed a lot of drones and, more importantly, killed the larva.
Yeah, and this looks kind of bad for Aristio, but that's because there was a counter attack at the same time going on his natural. Just Zenio kind of just going ahead and abusing his potentially better mechanics. And being like, okay, I can deal with this without looking at it too much because my positioning is so good. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go and kill your drone. So Aristio did just what I was talking about. He was droning behind this, and it's a really powerful timing attack because even if it didn't do as much as he could have, if he just focused the drones a little bit better, if he was a little bit more careful with his reinforcing links that were just like running into the spines and the queens, he wouldn't be in such a bad position anyways. Like even now he's 10 drones behind, but that's mostly because Zenio went in and did a bunch of damage to the night mining and killed a few drones. So yeah, Aristio kind of on the back rope right now, but I liked his decision. The execution could have been a little bit better.
I agree. Well, layer is going up for both these players, but Zenio's already on 4 gas. He's actually producing roaches at this point. So are we going to see just straight up roaches, or are these just defensive to get him to something like Spire Tech?
Well, he's upgrading the roaches as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped an infestation pit or a second Evo chamber. He did take all 4 gases though, so I can't imagine he's just gonna stay in roaches. Aspire seems unlikely. If I had to guess, I would say infestation pit when the lair is done.
All right. Well, Aspire is actually going up for Aristeo, so he's gonna play a little bit riskier. A third base is actually going down in the bottom left, but Zenio will be spotted out by this one zergling over here. Where's that Spire? There it is. It's so petite, man, that Spire. When it first starts, looks so tiny.
Petite.
Petite.
Indeed.
It's a perfect
pretty
word
petite,
for it,
and now dropping a roach horn, so he's just gonna make a few mutas for map control and then switch on to mass roaches. That denying of the third of Zenio was really nice, both because it slowed it down and it tells Aristio what Zenio is doing and what he can do. So he's gonna take his third in response. Aristio actually pulled back ahead in the drone count, so Zenio very smartly, as soon as he sees the third by Aristio, is gonna try and punish that. This could have... No, it's not really risky at all. I mean, there's not much Aristio could have done there. So it's a really nice read by Zenio. He's just gonna go and take the third. There's no reason to risk it, I think. He's going for the natural though. Well, when he sees the spines, he's just gonna have to back, I suppose. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Actually, he's just gonna contain the natural, I suppose.
Yeah, he's gonna prevent a lot of counter-attacking options. Actually going all the way up here. But he's going to have to... It was just a little bit of a poke. He has to get out of there. And I like that. He might actually opt to go for the back rocks. This one hatchery is going to be not cancelled.
Yeah, there's the infestation pit by Zenio. Just like I predicted, because I'm kind of a genius.
Wow. You're really smart, CatZ.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now Aristio does have mutas out. He might be able to take his third, but Zenio really in a good spot right now, like really good spot. It's gonna be really hard for Aristio to deny this third. I love Zenio's positioning of his queens. Notice how he is just making sure that that third stays up, even over injecting, even over everything right now. That's his main priority. He knows that if he gets that third up, Aristio's third is gonna be so delayed that there shouldn't be much that he can do to catch up. So I'm loving Zenio's play and prioritizing here. He's thinking his speed.
Well, Aristeo is pushing in here with a couple of mutas, and I don't think they can really do that much damage other than clearing up. We can see that Aristeo is switching over to a more roach-heavy army. He's getting that Glue Reconstitution, and the queens are going to finally get over here. They are pretty fast on creep, And remember, these 4 queens can probably take out all these mutas just with the power of that transfuse. So really no engagements can happen with these mutas against the queens. Let's go and look at the upgrades. Aristeo is at 0-0 with 1-0 on the way. Glue Reconstitution already finished. And Zenio is at 1-0 with, of course, Glue Reconstitution and Burrow finished. Let's see. Ooh, one infester is going to pick off.
Yeah, it does get a fungal off, but not the biggest deal. Very nice play. I'm surprised that Zenio doesn't have a spore at his third. He has it where he could place it before because there was no creep closer, but I'm surprised he didn't reposition that. So he lost a couple of drones there. I'm also surprised that Aristeo was able to hold that counterattack by Zenio with roaches.
Yeah, and just roaches. Now these mutas are going to give chase, or they should give chase to these roaches. The roaches are actually pretty buff, so they don't have to really worry. Of course, they could burrow as well, but here we go.
Oh! Infestors and queens are here, though.
And nice fungal growth goes down. The queens are there to help out, of course. They can definitely go ahead and transfuse. Is he actually going to transfuse? No, so he loses 2 queens, but 2 more queens are going to get in here. Fungal growth goes down on those roaches, but is it going to be enough? 2, 3 banelings going to waddle through, and oh my god, these drones are very, very good. Whoa, wrong.
Banelings were crucial. Those banelings were so important. I was loving that play, but still, Aristeo has more somehow. This was a beautiful timing by Aristeo, just when Zenio, he kind of caught Zenio off guard, and I don't think Zenio should have pushed with that small of an amount of roaches there, but still he looks like he's going to be able to stabilize.
Yeah, he does. Additional roaches are going to be streaming in here, but it's not enough. You can see the supplies are at 131 to 109 at this point. Aristeo is not able to actually continue this because the infestors are still out. They can still do a ton of damage. You can see some of them have fungal growth. Definitely some of them have infested Terrans. So what Zenio can actually do from this is start building on that infestor count, and as the game goes on, I mean, obviously he's always going to retain that infestor count so long as he has good control with them.
Yeah, and he's expanding, he's taking his 4th, he's keeping up with his upgrades. I mean, Zenio is playing really good right now. I think his only one mistake was potentially he could have lost a lot of drones and could have made Aristeo come back into this game by letting those banelings hit his mirror line. And that's only because he tried to overextend himself a little bit. He has an overlord spotting Aristeo's 3rd, so he should have known that there was no drones there and no drones being transferred there. So that was a little bit of a mistake by Zenio, but it looks like he was able to stabilize just barely. And I don't know what Aristeo can do from here. Zenio has the better upgrades. Zenio has infestors out, and Zenio has more drones.
They're gonna play ring around the rosy, man. That's all the Aristeo can really do until there's this big engagement. And Zenio controls all the tempo in this game. He controls when they actually attack, why they're attacking. And here we go. The roach is actually going to get in here before the shortcut debris is actually down. And he just snipes that 3rd. And that's it. Easy peasy, lemon cheesy. Fungal growth is... No.
Yep.
There it goes.
I mean...
oh, wow.
Yeah,
Sick
there really is... Yeah, pretty nice one. There really is nothing Aristeo can do from here.
Yeah.
I would have liked him to see him reposition some of those spines. This fight was inevitable.
Sure.
The last fight, like he had to fight that fight. He had a bunch of roaches breaking the rocks. If he could reposition the few spines and just gotten a huge arc, he could have maybe held and then figure out what to do later on. But definitely Zenio with a really nice advantage from the start there.
And a nice hold, I have to say. I thought Aristeo was actually going to win that when obviously his roaches were just way too much, but some money fungal growths just changed the tide so much. And that being said, Aristeo did fall that game. So I think a really well-executed ZVZ from both these players, but Zenio did seem to be on top of everything. Just off of that beginning with the Zergling Baneling force, it all came down to that. The control over there was immaculate. And, you know, as they... Zenio, such a good player, man. He is so freaking good. But do you have any last thoughts about that game?
Well... Yeah, just really nice positioning and really nice play by Zenio. A really nice strategy by Aristeo. The execution at the start failed him a little bit, and with the banelings exploding on the queen, I think that was his chance to come back. If he could have cleared all or most of the drones at the third, I think he could have stabilized, because that was kind of an all-in. His third wasn't really acting as a third, it was acting more of like a macro hatch and if I can do damage with this, I can drone it up kind of thing. You know, like thinking about the later game, it was a good idea. But yeah, I'm fortunate for him, and yeah, really nice played all around by Zinio.
Definitely. So, and yeah, I have to reiterate the banelings. I want to mention that one last time, but so unfortunate, and Aristeo will fall. So we're 2-2, actually going to an ace match. That's exactly how I want to end this clan war. Empire and Team Look Ace gonna come up. I don't know who's actually going to be competing in this, but let's find out after this break.